All right, Mr. Worf, engage hailing frequencies. Let's see, flip that little gumdrop button back there. Oh, there you go. Ah, yes. Are we live?
Nope.
No? Can they hear us?
Yes.
Good. I can't hear anything. Yeah, so welcome back, everybody, to another Hailing Frequencies Open. This is the show where every week Will and I sit down and talk about the things that you talked about on the episodes of the Retrek Review, where we talked about that episode and you talked about that episode to us. Now we talk about what you said to us when we said it.
Now we're saying it back.
Now we're saying it back and speaking it. And then you can comment on this video, and it's just a comment infinity loop
It's
over
a
and over
vicious
and over.
little
Circle. Thanks, Riker.
They're hailing us. Hailing frequencies open.
Captain, we're receiving 285,000 hails.
I wish I knew what to tell them.
All right, so starting us off here, we're going to talk about us. We're going to talk about our 2-year anniversary video that we had planned. We had it planned out completely. We sat down together. We recorded this beautiful video thanking the fans. I drank a glass of whiskey at 10 a.m. I mean, you can't have a better day. You can't start a better day. Okay. All right, so Ed Mark starts us off here. He says, and the best is yet to come. Your subscriber base will continue to grow and look forward to expanding discussions on all things Daystrom holodeck. Thumbs up.
We appreciate that, Ed.
We appreciate that a lot, Ed. It's cool having you along for the ride. We like hearing from you. We like your insight. You always give, I think we said it last time we talked, but like, he always gives like this great philosophical,
yes.
like deep dive of the episode. You and I are just like, remember when they shot the phaser at the thing? That was pretty cool. And then Ed's like, back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And we're always like, oh, that makes sense.
That adds up.
That's cool. Yeah, he always hits us with that great insider knowledge,
It does.
All right, next comment here is from my office. He says, thank you both for the fun times, good conversation, and opportunity to have a small part in things. Your engagement with each other and the community here is really awesome. Keep up the good work.
We appreciate that.
We don't appreciate that. We wish you'd have a bigger part, but it's fine.
Yeah.
We're not. Doesn't bother.
We're not hurt by it.
Not hurt by it at all. That's fine. You keep doing your silly little skits and sending them in. Make my mornings a little bit brighter. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, his skits are always great. They always make me laugh.
Oh, yeah.
And I just hope everybody else enjoys them as much as I do. So
I think they do.
I'm sure they do. Sure they do. Wow, this next comment here is from the Infinity Rooster. I know that guy.
Yep.
He says, nice of Will to dress up for the occasion. It's true. It was nice of him. It was one of those things that I did like on a whim because I had like the day off.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I got time to do this. Let me do this. And then like I sent it to you. And then when you uploaded the video, I was like, oh man, like he filmed it in his car, like while driving to work. And I was like, oh, I really didn't read the room on this one.
You outclassed me. Well, the funny thing was, I filmed like a nice video. I legitimately filmed like a really nice video. Yeah. And I was going to edit it. Like I was going to go out to work and then like edit it in my car for a little bit to get it out fast. And I just like did, I was like in the driveway backing out and I was just doing like a quick like look over of the video. And it was just hard garbage. Like nice. The audio was off a little bit, but the video was like super grainy. And I think it's because I was like outside away from the Wi-Fi.
Oh man.
And it was like 8 or 9 minutes long. It was so long. And I said so many things that I just couldn't recapture. And I was trying to get a different background. So I was using Zoom. I was trying to make my job easier.
Oh, there you go.
Not try to like cut me out and then put a background in. I was just trying to use Zoom as like a
Well, it's easy for me. I have an entire starship in the basement, so
yeah, right.
I
Exactly.
I can just go film. Yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was one of those things I was just like, hey, I should put a jacket on and a tie, and it'd be fun. Then I
Yeah.
sent it to you, and I was like, yeah. Now you look like an idiot.
But it's okay. The one everybody's here to watch,
It's me.
looks
Yeah.
classier, so it makes sense.
Well, I'm a very classy man. All right. So then we're going to get into our Hailing Frequencies open video from last week, where we discuss the comments on our review of Contagion and the best episode so far this season, The Royale with Chiz. All right, so starting us off here is from my office. He says, I know you love my little finds. My eagle eyes will continue to look for oddities. Hope you like the binary bit. Thank you for not reading all of that, Caleb. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I read a lot of it.
You did. It took me a minute to translate the binary, so you had too much time to read.
I read like 4 words, basically, is what I ended up reading.
Yeah, maybe 2.
Yeah, maybe 2. Yeah, he's always good at finding those tiny little details nobody else catches. Crooked com badges.
That's because he watches it like.
He watches it in VR, probably.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Wow. He says, if I had a one-way portal to somewhere and couldn't pick my living room, I'd probably pick your basement, Caleb. It would be a neat trip, and I could get back home quickly, but you might get tired of that pretty quick. Well, I'll just put the shields up when I don't want you. Yeah.
Block the
He
basement.
says, surprise, it's me again. Then I could toss random things through to you. They'd be like a little treat. Yeah. That'd be nice. Yeah. I could just like go in the basement and there'd just be like a Twinkie comes flying through this portal.
I think it's pretty good.
Wow. That would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd really like a portal just into your basement for people to throw things in through.
Yeah. But you also have to remember that portal also goes into his basement.
Well, it's a one-way portal.
No, it's a 2-way portal.
No, it's a one-way portal.
I've changed the terms. Pray that I don't alter them further.
It's a 3-way portal.
All right. So that was it from the Contagion and the Royal. Everybody loved those episodes. Not much to say. So now we're moving on to the review of Time Squared. Time Squared.
Yeah.
First comment here is from Carl R. He says, time isn't squared, it's a cube. Is that a Doctor Who thing? Time is cube. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Doctor Who thing where he talks on and ad nauseum about time being like a cube.
The phrase time is a cube refers to a theory of everything proposed by Otis Eugene Ray known as time cube.
Ooh.
This theory posits that time has a cubic structure with the Earth rotating around 4 corners of time.
Oh my god.
So it's either he's doing a winky face because he understands things,
or he's a time physicist.
Right, exactly.
So the next one here is from the Faystrom review.
Yes.
It says TNG. Picard is a murderer. Everyone dies. Full speed ahead. That, of course, is the title.
Yep, of course.
If it was written by a Japanese creator.
Absolutely.
He says, this is actually one of my least enjoyed episode of all TNG. Wow. I will watch any non-clip show from season 1 before watching this when given the choice. Q would have made it even worse, so it's a minor blessing he was nixed from the plot. A shame the bad plot survived. See, I thought I said that the Q would have made it better, and I hate Q. So that's interesting.
Yeah. He doesn't like it. He doesn't.
Not a fan. If the duplicate Picard and ship disappear from reality. Is the original Picard still guilty of murder?
You can only be guilty of
Yes.
murder if they find the body.
That's true. And
No, that's not true.
and in the future, in this timeline, they have quadruple jeopardy, buddy. So
Quadruple.
don't even worry about it. They can't convict you of a murder you did while thinking about the murder in a different timeline where the murder didn't even exist in the first place.
Remember that there are no lawyers in the future, so all they're going to do is hold a tribunal and
right.
say, "Did you kill Picard?" And they're going to say, "Evidence is
No, I
Picard doesn't
am
exist."
Picard.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Well, you can't kill yourself.
Yep. That's not murder. That's suicide when there's no laws against that.
3.
Rule. Boom, clink, clink.
I say we let him go.
Exactly.
Yes, so there's no lawyers in the future. There's no policemen.
No.
There are still mayors,
Yes.
because why wouldn't they have a mayor making
You have
decisions?
to have a mayor.
Yeah, I mean, kids just be chaos. All right, next one here is from my office.
Excellent.
Buckle in, because this is his episode recap. Do 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 do. He says breakfast time. That one egg made a whole lot of food.
It sure did.
It sure did. It was an ostrich egg.
Oh, one egg.
It was nice to get a little character backstory on Riker, having lost mother very young. While the eggs aren't going over well, Worf loves them. Hilarious. Yep. It was nice to hear about Riker's backstory. I was very surprised that it actually continued in the next episode. That was unheard of for the time period.
Yeah.
So that was good. Yeah, Worf is. That was one of our favorite moments of all of season 2 so far.
It's not only is it hilarious,
It's delicious. Delicious. Yeah. Look for that sticker soon, Ed. And by soon, I mean as soon as I draw it and you get through the other ones in a few months.
2026.
You'll get it. I promise you'll get it before Spaceballs 2.
Perfect.
Shuttle is doing flips out where space hasn't really been charted. Another explanation of why the Enterprise is the only ship we ever see. I am a little surprised they didn't see the registry of the shuttle on the view screen, though.
Is that Shuttlecraft 5? Like, no.
No, we gotta explain it like over and over when they go down there too. It's such a cheesy thing. Did I give that the cheesy award? Because that was the cheesiest thing.
I don't remember what you gave it.
It's all wrong anyway. Once we see the duplicate Shuttle 5 and Captain Picard, they decide to take him to sickbay, which raises the question, why use a stretcher and not a transporter to get the duplicate captain to sickbay? Plot?
I don't
Plot
know.
reasons? I don't know. Because Picard had to come down and see him in the shuttle. If you went into medbay and saw himself on the table, he'd be like, fake. This is fake.
I don't know why they would. I'm trying to even think, like, writing wise, like, why would you have them carry Picard out on the thing? It probably helps it make it seem more like, I don't want to say gruesome, but more like intense, that like you're watching Picard, the captain,
yourself
like,
be dragged away on a stretcher. Yeah.
Rather than just being like, oh, beam him, and then he's just in med bay, and you have you have all the stuff where Picard isn't in the shuttle bay. They don't notice the antimatter marks. You know, just a whole bunch of stuff. I think it's a quick way to film it all happening at once.
Yeah, and those antimatter marks are a pretty crucial part.
They were distinguishable, and I can't wait for you guys.
Oh man, I spotted them right away. I spotted them right away. He says, question for this week. How would you react if you suddenly found yourself facing your duplicate?
Now, I know he's not prepared for this answer.
Okay.
It is 100% a real answer. It is a inward decision I've made for myself that if I ever see myself, I know that I have to kill myself because I would never reveal myself. So therefore, I know it's a doppelganger and not actually myself.
That's a good point. I was immediately going to go to that route too. Like, well, what is this? Is it a timeline thing? Is it a legitimate doppelganger who's taken my
right
DNA? No.
So
because we
just
don't...
to know, if anybody ever and I came, I'm going to come to people I know and tell them I'm a future person or a past person of myself, and to have those people go interact with my present self. I would never talk to myself. That's the protection loop, so I never get eaten when I'm sleeping.
Wow, that's good. I should start one of those.
Gotta
I
have
guess I
things in
didn't realize
place.
doppelgangers were such a big threat.
Dangerous, very dangerous.
That's a good answer. I don't have anything good other
You
than,
would.
I mean, I agree I would kill it, but
Oh, I'd have to.
but if it wasn't a doppelganger, then it would be nice to have some help around the house. I'll just say that.
Yeah. You just
Yeah,
the other version, you'd be like, I don't want to do this. You'd be like, I know, but
yeah.
we have to.
I'd have one up here podcasting with you, and the other one would be getting stuff done in the basement.
He'd get real mad. He'd be like, I don't want to be down here. I want to be up there podcast.
I like Pizza Steve.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a good movie. He says it is nice to see the entire senior staff working on the Shuttle 5 issue together. I found it was neat that reverse polarity was needed on the shuttle and how stimulant had the reverse effect on Picard. Not sure that makes a lot of sense exactly, but it was an interesting idea.
It is an interesting
It
concept.
is an interesting concept. Doesn't make
but
sense
It doesn't make sense.
because he's in the we're in the past, so downers are up. See,
Right. It's like
Yeah.
a thing where it's like Bizarro Superman. It's like it's a fun concept, but like he should be doing everything, right? He
Yeah.
should walk on his hands. He should only breathe carbon dioxide. Like just you know what I mean? Like
he has a cat.
right, exactly. Right, exactly. He probably does have a cat, but yeah, but you know,
He's dating Lewis Lane.
yeah.
Yeah,
Lewis Lane.
go all the way or not at all. That's what I say.
That's what I'm saying too.
All right, logs show the Enterprise being destroyed. Why didn't the captain go down with the ship? No threats on sensors, no other vessels. Intriguing. Now they're second guessing their decisions. Yeah, see, that part I liked. I liked the second guessing things. When he was like, hey, we're doing this. And he's like, oh, wait a second. If I said this now, perhaps my future self also chose this. And this is the wrong choice. Or it could be the right choice. Yeah, I like that. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't do anything with it. Are they in an unalterable sequence of events? No.
Maybe. Okay.
No, they're not. Will the next 5.5 years of the TNG just be this episode over and over again? No, I've seen past this episode. The theory of the Mobius, a twist of space-time that loops forever, was another neat idea.
Pretty sure
Yeah.
that's what Tony Stark uses to come up with time travel in
Yeah.
Avengers Endgame.
Yes. All right. So then he's
You like it. Yeah.
This is good. He says, leave art, emit. And then 6 hours later, it says time travel because that was time travel backwards. That's good.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah. We like
He's
that.
gone outside the box and we like it.
Yeah. How odd must it have been for Picard to see himself in that kind of condition? Literally faced with himself. Qualities he can't believe he has, that he abandoned the ship. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not me. No ounce of that is me. I would never leave the ship. Well, anyways, that thing wants me. I better leave the ship. I guess that may have something to do with his anger, but it still seems so irrational. Yeah, it did. Like he was mad at this, like him for doing that, and it's like, yeah, but you're probably going to do it though because you did it already. Anyway,
I believe the ship.
I thought it was cool to see the stand clear of tractor beam sign on the floor of the shuttle bay. Yeah, I did too. I thought that was cool. How about that slingshot around the star being mentioned? A callback to Trek IV. I know. That was cool. Yeah, we don't know anything about time travel.
Nope.
Except for maybe when Kirk did it, and then, of course, there was that whole temporal thing. That doesn't matter. I also like the one-to-one scene between Picard and Riker. Picard is good at making preemptive decisions, but this one isn't against a person or thing. The struggle is against time. The thing no man can beat.
God.
He can't come to a solution because he can't define the problem. Yeah. What to do? Sit down, shut up, and wait? Suddenly, an energy vortex appears.
Yep.
That's good timing right there.
Great. Yeah, no, it's a good scene in there where they go over everything, and
Yeah.
Riker honestly gives Picard like good feedback. So yeah.
This is the one that you were explaining what that phrase was, too. The
Oh, the Persian flaw.
Persian flaw. That's what it was. A vortex has a consciousness. Stay to investigate. Was that the mistake? Yes. Even at Warp 9, they're not going anywhere. So let's probe it. Vortex doesn't like being probed. Who does? Picard needs to leave. That must be what Picard 2 wanted to do. But wouldn't he be moved to make
Oh,
a different decision based on what they already know has happened?
100%.
No, he has to get off the ship. Yeah.
It is really funny too that they're like probe it, and it's like no, you're
Yeah.
not going to
Like,
see.
well, I better leave the ship.
Guess I gotta leave.
Entity wants Picard, sees him as the brain of the Enterprise. How does he know this? How does the Vortex determine this? Why not Worf with all his Mobius science stuff? Or Deanna with her metaphysical chasm detection abilities.
Yeah.
None of that matters because we have the answer. Phaser yourself. What?
All set.
Yeah, they just gloss over all of the science stuff real quick.
Oh man, do they ever?
Real
They
quick.
literally are just like it's like it's getting interesting. Oh, it's getting really interesting. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? How are they getting out of this? Oh no, it's getting closer. It's getting closer. They're trapped. They're trapped. Oh, ah, ah. And then it's just
You're not you're not gonna leave the ship. You coward.
I have to leave the ship.
He's dead. Fly into it. Like, wow, that was close, huh? Yes.
Yeah.
Now, if you need me, I'll be looking at dinosaur bones in my office. Yeah. Pretty anticlimactic, you know what I mean? But as is most Star Trek endings,
Yeah, it's really what makes time squared.
time squared. It just keeps living over and over. In the observation lounge, was Picard 2 thrown back in time to make a different choice? How must Picard feel after everything he's been through and what he's done? No one cares. Episode's over. I would have liked if like Picard in the shuttle pod like disappeared
Yeah.
and then immediately Picard was just standing there. He was just like, and like he kind of like collided with his future self.
Oh,
And he had those memories of like, oh my God.
that would have been cool. It
Right?
also been really cool
Because
if they had gotten to the shuttle, the two of them, and there was a phasered out Picard like on the shuttle already.
oh, I would have liked it to continue a little bit more. I would have liked Picard to shoot him, and then the Enterprise blows up, and then we see them find the shuttle again,
Mm.
and now they bring the shuttle on board, and it's Picard shot in the doorway,
Oh,
right? And you're like, oh my God.
what's happening?
And now they watch, the the camera instead of Riker being like, "Good luck, Captain." It's literally Picard be like shooting
Right.
Picard, and you're like, "Whoa, we've been here before."
We've done this.
Time squared. Yeah, that would have been good, but that's not what happened.
No.
All right, he says 1 Kazinti for me on this episode. I like timey-wimey stuff, but there was so much unexplained, and the whole plot felt lacking. There was potential for something cool to happen with this story, but it didn't even get there. Yeah.
Agreed.
Thanks for the enjoyable review as always. Let's all go make some eggs.
Okay.
The Popcorn Award,
Ooh.
he says, I'm torn between Patrick Stewart and Patrick Stewart. I get it.
So there's the question to you, Ed
Yeah.
Markstar. He says, and the popcorn award goes to the guy who utters a single word over breakfast, Michael Dorn, as Worf.
Delicious. Are there any more of those spoiled eggs?
And then Captain Alimar suggests the popcorn award to Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
So you
I
got
would
Worf.
like
You got
Riker.
Worf, Patrick Stewart, or Patrick Stewart.
Those are good choices. I'm going to say it's the eggs. The eggs get the popcorn award because they were never what they truly were. Well,
they don't have a SAG license, so
that's exactly my point. Exactly my point. And if they did have their name in the credits, you know what it would say? It would say omelet, which means they
delicious.
falsified their headshot and they got a role knowing full well that they were not an omelet. Okay? I'm not letting the omelet thing go ever.
What a deep dive.
It's not an omelet. I'm offended for all omelets everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
City blocks, omelets.
Turbo lifts.
Yep.
Things being free.
France.
I'm going to go with Patrick Stewart.
Ooh. Bold choice.
Yeah, he was good. Both of them.
Definitely the...
Yeah, Pat Rick Stewart was okay. But Patrick Stewart in this episode was really good, yeah. Trowet's Kurtep.
Delicious.
Yeah, delicious. I wish the episode ended with him making more eggs.
Yeah, the Alaskan stew.
Yeah, with mystery meat. Because the replicator doesn't know how to make moose. So funny.
Hilarious.
It's good. Good stuff. All right, it's time, Will, for your favorite part of the episode. What's popular this week?
This is popular. So popular. This is popular this week.
All right. So right off the bat, as per usual, we're gonna get into KK in 2020. He posted a TOS picture. It's a picture of Walter Koenig at age 88. He's still signing autographs as Chekhov. I knew it. Whew.
Yeah, so the reason I picked this picture, not only is it fun to see that he's almost 90 and he's still doing this,
I know that's crazy.
but this picture is literally just a couple days old. Like it's not like, oh, this is a year or two ago. Like this is literally a couple days ago in California.
Yeah.
And fun enough, right
Who else
next
is
to
with
him, not the guy directly next to him, the person is Bill Mummy.
Oh, yeah.
And that is the OG Will Robinson from Lost in Space.
Whoa.
Yep.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Nuclear vessel. You think anybody ever comes up to him and says nuclear vessels?
Yes, they do. Yes.
I doubt it.
That's all they say to the poor man.
Nuclear vessels. Remember that?
They're like, hey, can you say that? I've seen that movie. And he's like, no.
All right. So the next up here is from my good friend, Demi Fiend RSA.
Perfect.
He posts this picture of Star Trek Strange New Worlds renewed for 5th and final season at Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Wow. I sure hope nothing bad happens to Pike.
Yeah, so they just today, as of recording this, they announced that they're renewed for the 5th and final. So they're currently filming 4. Season 3 is a couple weeks away. So
I know. Well, they better get more than 4 episodes a season.
I think they're going to be 10 a season. I think so.
Yeah, too low.
It is.
Low. Don't they know where their predecessors came from? 40 episode seasons. You work 8 months straight.
You get 2 weeks off and then you
You
work
get
again.
nothing. I mean, what are you doing? I mean, Hell on Wheels is over. I mean, let's
He's
go.
making pottery. That's all he wants to do. And like
I want to
making...
hate him so bad, but he's just so cool.
Yeah,
I do. I genuinely think he's a cool dude.
I think so too.
Yeah,
He made
it's
a nice
it's almost
post
like
about it.
Henry Cavill just building computers.
Yes, yes.
He's like this, like women love like the way he looks and how like manly and like built he is. And then in
Right.
his spare time, he's just like the rest of us, building PCs and playing Helldivers.
The funny thing is that in this, it's interesting because I was reading in the comments of this, like people were like, "Man, I miss the days of 26 long episodes and 7 seasons."
Yeah.
And it's like, and I was really thinking about it. It's like it sucks that we're only going to get technically 30 more episodes of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
But then when you put it up to other things that have come out, like literally everything is like that. It's either that or shorter.
That is our modern day media. Yeah.
And also like shows that go over 5 years are kind of like
Yeah.
they kind of like die out like 8 or 9 seasons. Like they kind of don't like the show kind of loses
Hmm.
itself. Like now, modern, like very modern shows, you know.
Yes.
So
Yeah, you gotta have a point, you know.
yeah.
You gotta have a point that you get to, that you
I
write
also
to.
I also think that they're doing the smart thing, which it sucks for the fans, but they're doing the smart thing where they gave Pike a 5 year mission. Here's the 5 years. He's out.
Yeah, it makes sense. It honestly does make sense when you say that like that. Yeah, I can believe that it's a real 5 year thing.
Right. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, the only two things that I want from it is they need to lessen up on James Kirk being like everywhere. It's kind of
Hmm.
crazy because it's like I know this is like an alternate. It's a thing where you and I agree this is an alternate thing, but they're not going on that. So the more they put Kirk in things, I don't like it because it's like now you have Scotty on the ship and Kirk is constantly coming on the thing, and then you watch the menagerie, the only episode that they interact with each other, and it's like Kirk knows of him, and he says he served with him when he was fleet captain, and they already had that episode, so uh, it's like
Yeah. Now it's
can't
just a fun thing now, and it's like
right.
I enjoy it, but you have to make it a different universe. You just have to.
You have to, and the thing,
And Paramount's gonna be really, they'd be really stupid to be like, well, that's it for Star Trek. Like, obviously, they've obviously been building up like the original cast to have an original cast show. I mean, there's no way they're not going to do that.
right. To me, the smartest thing that they can do is that when 2027 happens and it's, the last two episodes are about to air of Strange New Worlds, and then they're like, "Hey, we're just going to let you know this has been an alternate timeline and we're going to start the original series over again with these people and we've already casted Bones and Sulu and like here's everybody
Mm,
and we're bringing in Benga and Chapel and Spock and Uhura over. Like we're starting Star Trek whatever
mm.
and we're
Those
start
old scientists.
right, exactly.
I would enjoy that. I really enjoy the cast that they have that they've built. I really enjoy the guy who plays Kirk. I really love the guy who plays Spock.
Yep.
I want more. I want more of that universe
Yeah.
as TOS. I would love it. I would love it.
Then you get 5 seasons of that. Kirk does his 5 year missions, and then you can have like his instead of Chris Pine movies, you have movies with those guys. You don't
Mm,
have to do the exact same things. You don't have to have Khan come back. They don't have to go and save whales. They don't got to do all
they
that.
don't. Yeah,
But you just now have movies with those guys.
but they have to lose Spock.
Well, yes.
They have to do that, and Spock has to be a child.
These are my stipulations.
Yep, has to. Honestly, that would explain. They could use that to explain like why after that he's more Vulcan and stoic-y,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Because I know it's fun in this show. He gets to play with his emotions and experiment.
Yeah. True.
But I mean, come on.
Yeah, they do kind of run a mile with him running the fact that he smiles in the cage, and then they're like, "Well, that's where we're going all the way with that." And you're like, "It's definitely not because Gene Roddenberry and the writers and Leonard Nimoy had no idea what Spock was. It's definitely
No,
not that reason."
I don't think that's it. It's
But
because he smiled at flowers.
yep.
Dude. Yeah. Well, there you go. There
I'm
is
here
another
for it.
hailing episode done. Thanks, everybody, for your beautiful comments.
We appreciate it.
We do appreciate it. We love reading them. I love reading them. And Will loves hearing them. So,
Yeah, and I think it's probably worth saying that this coming week, this coming Saturday, from when you're watching this,
oh,
we'll be
yeah.
doing a live stream, and we'll be doing Hailing Frequencies Open during that live stream. So
Yep.
we're going to talk about what you talked about, the Icarus factor.
Yeah. So that is going to be fun. We're going to be doing that, and we're going to be doing other fun things live. So come say hi, see what we're doing, chat with us, ask us questions. We'll do a full Q&A. It's going to be great. So yeah, we'll see everybody then.
Delicious.
All right, Worf.
Okay, go ahead. No, go
Put
ahead.
those eggs down and turn off the hailing switch.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, we're doing this at a
God.
different time period, so I'm a little bit more wiry.
Zesty, just ate a sandwich.
Yeah. I just had a beautiful the turkey sandwich, beautiful turkey sandwich, wonderful turkey sandwich. A little bit of sourdough bread, turkey, Swiss mayo, a little bit of red pepper spread. Beautiful sandwich.
I feel
Delicious sandwich.
alive.
Chasing it down with a beautiful 7-Up tropical. Okay? Look for it, find it in the stores, drink it. Right? It's good. Looks like this, comes in a beautiful can. It's got a sunrise. It's beautiful. Goes great in vodka, whiskey, martini, whatever you need. Out the door. Okay. I don't know why
Hawaiian
this, I don't
punch.
know how this is happening, why this is happening.